Dustin just got catless downpipe, intercooler, and basically full bolt-ons for his 335.
Literally already tuning the car right now.
What's it flashing on?
Noise.
So he made the burbles as basically aggressive as possible. Because we had to, at least.
Yeah, at least once you have to.
You gotta see how it is eventually.
Right. Dude, we got all these buttons to
Eventually, meaning literally the first night he's had this setup.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
It's so loud already. Oh my god.
That's so annoying, bro. Yeah. That's horrible.
It's actual comedy.
Yeah.
You are now that BMW guy.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. I am excited to announce to you guys that I am working with the LEGO group to make a car commercial with them. But it's not going to be any car commercial. Let's just say it's going to be scaled down a little bit. So right here we have some important packages that are going to be of use to us. This one sent by the LEGO group themselves. Let's go open it up and see what is inside. Also, thanks to the LEGO group for sponsoring a portion of this video. Voila! So the important thing right here is the brand new LEGO Technic Chevy Camaro NASCAR stock car. This is actually going to be the vehicle in question that we're going to be making a commercial for. So yes, we are going to be making a parody professional car commercial of this toy machine. Now, they've already sent us some additional assets that'll help us out with what we're doing. Oh, look at this right here. We even have a little flashlight. This is all the goodies that I'm going to need. Now, there's one more important thing, and that is what I specially ordered in this box. This thing comes all cased up, very fancy. So we undo that, and right in here we have pieces that will basically attach together like so, and then this is going to mount onto the camera, and this is a specific probe lens used so that you could get microscopic shots and make this miniature toy car that we're going to be filming look like an actual race car. So not only does this Camaro stock car look cool, it has functionality to it, which I never could have predicted. So we can pop the hood right there, and we will see a motor that is built in, and get this, as we drive, the motor operates itself. You can see the cylinders moving up and down. You can also steer it with this little gear back here, and that operates the front wheels. It has a full drive shaft and differential. You can see all the gears. This thing is probably the most functional toy car I've ever had. My inspiration for this project is going to be the I Am Next Gen, I Am NASCAR commercial. We're basically gonna try and create a miniature scale variant of this specific video. So here's my first setup for the shots. We have a TV with a sheet over it to create our studio backdrop. There's the mat, there's the probe lens attached to the Sony, and we're using this LED flashlight to basically wave along some teaser lighting for the intro studio shots. For the next sequence, I have a long box with basically a pillow cover over it, and we're basically gonna be simulating a background with our desktop. I found this cool visualizer right here, and if we turn on our camera, we can see through our probe lens that we are able to get insanely close-up shots. Finally, to get some shots of this thing rolling in motion, I'm using these lights that I happen to have on these shelves as my backdrop, and we're basically pushing the car back and forth, getting close-up shots of that. Now headed into the computers, what I'm gonna do is bring in the commentary from the NASCAR Next Gen. I'm just gonna plug it into the DJ Serato Pro app that I happen to have. I'm sure there's other apps you can do this. And using that, I can completely eliminate all of the background audio, so I have just the pure commentary. And then I'm going to take that pure commentary and load it into my Adobe software and add my own soundtrack just so that I can make it my own. And now that we have all of our soundtrack and audio set up, we're just gonna load in all the clips that we just got, and it should look something a little like this.
What does NASCAR do when it gets a brand new car? Watch the revs? Mind the shifts? Yeah. Didn't think so. We're more the drive it like you stole it kind of crowd. Just foot on the gas and smoke in the air. I am the next generation. I am NASCAR.
So I want to say a massive thank you to the LEGO Group for trusting me to make a commercial for them. Also thanks to the LEGO Group for sponsoring a portion of this video, and go check out their latest builds and pieces that they got. And with that said, let's continue on into the video. Alright, so I realized that I haven't given you guys an updated house tour in a while, specifically of just the house. We've done probably like 4 or 5 different garage tours on what's currently updated in the fleet. This video is not going to be about that. This video is going to be for anyone who's interested about our personal life, how the house that we've acquired has updated over time. Because to be honest, this thing right here is probably the most underrated achievement that I've ever had, just because people overlook the fact that I actually dumped almost like all of my earnings of YouTube and everything I saved up for into this place like years ago back in 2020. Yeah, I definitely could have probably had the Aventador of my dreams by now if I didn't actually be responsible and get a house like you should. But obviously now we had a setting that, you know, I could record gaming videos in, that we've recorded all the vlog footage in, and I think it's actually kind of cool that like this isn't no crazy mansion by any means, but it allows the content to still remain relatable in that kind of aspect, rather than like filming all of our car stuff in some giant warehouse or filming it in some giant mansion lawn or whatnot. I mean, real estate here up in Seattle is extremely pricey if you guys know that. So first guest greeted in the house is a lovely Zilla right here. She's the house cat. There's actually some more cats deep in this house somewhere. We'll get to that later, but she's the main one. She's my personal cat. As of right now, there is a total of 4 people living in here that all have their separate places. Obviously, I'm one of them, and Zach is one of them holding the camera. And there's another one right up there. Yeah, you guys know.
I've been here for almost 2 years.
I guess we'll start out with the lovely dining room. For those of you who don't know, my dining room just hosts all of my car parts. So, you know, we got wheel boxes here, tires, spare aero kits hanging around, spare R8 FI exhaust. Just a bunch of random stuff is just ended up in this room because I never put a table here, so naturally it's gonna get filled with car stuff if you're a car guy living in a car house of some sort. Over here, these are our photo walls. This is the OG wall that's on the right. This was here, we made this when we first moved in since 2020. I'll actually bring it over so you guys can check it out. So this was the original, lots of photos of the Gen 1 R8, the Skyline in Stancy form. You got Gyagos, you got just a whole bunch of random stuff that's all over here. And then we made an updated one. So this is updated as of, well, we got the Exorcist on there. That's pretty recent of this year. So yeah, I figured that it was long overdue that we make an updated wall. And if you guys also notice, you'll probably wonder, what is this one paper that's on here? Well, this is the invoice that German Auto House gave me for the Sheepy Race Kit install. And they basically charged me $34,000 just for storage parking for 3.5 months. That is what made up $25,000. But then you'll also read right down there that there's a little April Fool's. So that was the funniest gimmick. I literally had to basically look at a piece of paper and just see a bill of like 30K added on that I was not expecting, but they basically played the giant joke, because the joke was that while the car was sitting at their shop waiting for Sheepy parts to come in for the Sheepy Race Kit, it just sat there for the entire of winter, and they thought it'd be funny to joke around charging me for that. Now the 4th person that lives in this house occupies this room down here. This is Catherine. She occupies this guest room down here, and she has 2 cats, so these are where
This is Lyra. Wait, you can show them Zelda. Zelda's in the tower.
So that's Zelda, that's Wyra, named after the Pagani.
Yeah,
That's
of
pretty
course.
Yeah.
Has to be.
She's got the coolest rocket cat tower right in here. This is the main area right here. We got the kitchen. I'm trying to think if there's any updates. We've had these clocks back here, courtesy of McGuire's. That was a gift that they gave me. And surprisingly, we're still up to date to all of them except for this one. Rest in peace, this boy. McGuire's, if you want to send a ZL1 clock in replacement by any chance, let me know. Now, the latest thing that we've added to this place that we invested in is a backyard, because there never really was one here.
Yeah, we didn't own this area back.
Yeah, no. I bought this real estate back here from the previous person. We decided to amplify it up for this summer. So we got a little Home Depot couch set up with a little propane fire pit. little propane heater
For when we're
up
actually
there.
cold, because this doesn't do much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this fire doesn't really heat up the area, so we had to get actual heat. This is kind of on the edge of the concrete here, so it can fall and tilt over. So we created a little ballast right there with Dustin's M Sport. Dustin, do you know about this yet?
What?
I put your wheels here as a ballast.
Well, at least they're being used for something.
Yeah, exactly. Before you ever sell them. This is Dustin's establishment right over here. He's got, 3 beautiful curved monitors right over there.
That's my pride and joy now.
This is his totem. Those of you guys have to be Instagram followers to understand, well, not even understand this, but just to have known of its existence. But we went to EDC, besides him, unfortunately. He was actually the one person who didn't make it. So that way, we brought him to EDC in spirit. And when you're at raves and festivals, you have a totem that, you put out in the crowd. So this is what we made. And this is him falling out of my Audi. Oh man, look at this BMW nerd now. Once Corvette man, now full BMW guy.
And the vet is next, okay.
Okay, well still Corvette man, but pushed away. I mean, technically it was my doing, so.
Yeah, blame him.
Did you take off the shroud on purpose?
Honestly,
Is that for extra flow?
Bro, that's
Yeah.
dangerous right there.
No,
You just put-
touch it.
I'm scared. Ah! All right, over here, this is my office. And
Where the magic happens.
right here, you guys can now discover the secret latest hobby that I don't think I'll be very public about, but I got a DJ controller, so I'll be doing this when I'm not editing and vlogging and gaming and all this kind of stuff.
You might see him at the next EDC, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe next one. But maybe. Who freaking knows? But yeah, triple monitor setup. These lights, I turn them on whenever I record for better face cam lighting. There's the PC. Don't know anything about it, but it's good enough. And then this is the I actually just got a new laptop because I do most of my editing and stuff
Got all the
on the
rainbow.
laptop. Yeah, it's got all the rainbow effects and whatnot.
Crazy.
And then this is the backdrop that I created for face cam and whatnot. But then this is where the play buttons lie. Little floof. It's not real. Isn't
I never
that
saw
adorable?
That is pretty adorable.
That's
Where'd you get
sick.
that from?
I got that from South Korea actually when I went over there.
Ah.
And this is what used to be my bonus game room, but is now the UltraMotive Shop in the flesh. So for those of you who don't know, the merch shop was always stored at my parents' place, and now we have migrated and moved all of it to this big open room. The truth is that even though this was designated as the game room, not many games with big social groups were played. Just never got used, so I figured, why not just move the whole shop in here, and now we here single-handedly fulfill UltraMotive merch out of my house, so anything that you guys order from the shop, including the snail tees, any of the new hoodies, are gonna come straight from this room. Every single one of these shelves, we have 6 of them, has all brand new hoodies. I mean, you already know this is one giant merch plug right now, but you guys should definitely go check out everything what we got in the store. That's probably been the latest advancement of this whole house, is having the whole store in one room. And hopefully we outgrow this room because, we want the business to grow in itself. But for now, this does the job. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with how everything's turned out. This is Zach's establishment. Yo, I'll take the camera. I'll take the camera right here. Oh, so this
There's
is
not a lot to
this is
see,
Z Rush right here.
But yeah, it's just my little humble abode.
Yeah, he's bounced in and out of this house here and there. He was here throughout the end of last summer or fall. Went back to Arizona, and now he's back here for the time period. Yeah, I guess there is a lot that could be added, comparing it to Dustin's room at least.
For sure, yeah.
But
I just haven't really done much to it yet, but we'll see how things go.
another monitor.
That would be great.
That's where we gotta start.
That would be awesome.
You're gonna be like, your life is changed once
Yeah.
you have 2 monitors. And then in here is my establishment. This is my OG R32 OEM steering wheel. So this thing's a freaking chonker.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there right now. You're actually doing your Skyline a weight savings favor if you go aftermarket. I mean, when I moved in here, I was 19, so this was like the one 19-year-old in the world that gets to live in a freaking king bedroom with a king-size bathroom. So it was a lot. I mean, it's definitely it may not convey on camera, but everything that I get over here is pretty huge. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Like if you ever come to this place, which I don't know what the chances are of that. If you ever find yourself in my living room for some reason, there's a lot of stuff you can read because we got a whole Corvette book. We got this photo book made by my buddy Alex. We have a Rays catalog. Yeah, that's sick. We have a Nito catalog, and then we have a whole GTR Journey book, which this is also really cool. So you gotta have the car catalogs.